Now that we've talked a bit about mythic themes in Frankenstein and discussed the myth of Prometheus, I want to talk about the book itself, and I'm going to start with the introduction. Now, some people reading the book forget that we are hearing Victor's story, even though it's in first person, entirely through Robert Walton, who is writing this in a letter to his sister, Mrs. Saville, back in England. But Walton himself is on a quest, which is another mythic theme, and his quest is to find the northern paradise. Now, in many mythologies, there is the concept of a paradise being in the north, and sometimes it's thought of as the paradise is at the navel of the earth, and the North Pole would be that. Now, of course, the Greeks thought that Omphalos at Delphi was the navel of the universe because that's where Zeus was born. But still, this idea of a paradise in the north persisted. And this is the reason why in the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, they're going towards the north. And this concept was developed within poetry in the Romantic period as well as other periods. But Walton is seeking this. He is seeking a paradise. And he is doing this, he says, to benefit humankind, but it's also a bit of self-aggrandizement. But in the introduction, he says, of the north, there, Margaret, the sun is forever visible. And because the sun is forever visible and the sun is a metaphor for enlightenment and knowledge, then what would you expect in the northern climes? He also says, what could you expect in a country of eternal light? And of course, he also wants to find out the secret of why the magnetic attraction of the North Pole. But he is doing this for two reasons, and these echo exactly what Victor says later in the novel about creating the creature. And I will slip and call the creature the monster, but I really prefer to call him the creature because I feel that he is made into a monster and wasn't born that way originally. But Victor says that he is examining the aspects of life and death to benefit humankind, but he also is doing it so he will be looked upon as a deity. So Walton is on this quest, and he has prepared himself, and he is looking for a friend. In letter 2, he says, I have no friend. And believe it or not, the sidekick or the friend is one of the components of the heroic quest. So Walton is out there. He is looking to find that paradise in the north. He and Victor both suffer from hubris, which is one of those themes. And they seek to be godlike. Now, Victor carries this to the utmost extremes. Now, Walton, we'll see what happens at the end of the book, but he tends to draw back a little bit. They also both feel like they are governed by fate. Walton thinks it is his destiny to be this great person. So from the introduction, we get two aspects. We get the mythic aspect of the northern climes, but also from a literary point of view, we see the development of then the epistolary style in which the story is told through letters.